All right, welcome back here to The Hill on NewsNation. Congressman Dean Phillips reportedly sending out signals that he might challenge President Biden for the Democratic nomination for president next year. But the Minnesota Democrat, as you might imagine, would have an uphill climb. Digging into it with us is Chris Stirewalt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Stirewalt. That would be you. Break it down.
I'll break it down for you.
Yeah.
Do you know who Dean Phillips is?
I learned about him like a month ago.
Yes, you are. Then that puts you way ahead of most people in the Democratic Party who have never heard of Dean Phillips, who is a congressman from a modestly competitive Democratic-leaning district in Minnesota. He is the heir to off-brand liquor distilling fortune.
Sounds fun.
And he was, for a period of time, the CEO of a gelato company.
Sounds fun.
So if you want a boozy dessert, this is the guy to talk to. Now, he is, as his district would reflect, a centrist Democrat. That's his pitch. So he is going to announce, and it's been reported everywhere. I know it's been reported in The Hill. It's been reported in all of your best news outlets that he is about to announce his candidacy for president. Now, why would a person no one's ever heard of from Minnesota run for president on the Democratic ticket? And I want to ask for these slides out of order. Please forgive me. And I'll show you right here the New York Times Siena poll that says, should the Democratic Party renominate Joe Biden? And it's 53% say
low.
yes. Seems low for an incumbent. You'd like that to be a lot higher. Means there's a lot of doubt. We know that Biden's approval numbers are relatively low. Okay. Also, Joe Biden, I don't know whether you know this, might not be that young.
Right.
He might be something of an older American. And there's a lot of talk about potentially replacing him. So if you're Dean Phillips, you figure you get in the race, you start hanging around, and maybe you see what happens.
But
what about the calendar? Oh, let's look at the calendar, as a matter of fact. If only we had a graphic. Oh, there it is. Okay, fantastic. So Dean Phillips, you see there in yellow, that's coming up right now. He's got to make these filing deadlines to get in the race. And we've talked about this before. New Hampshire is a contested entity inside the Democratic Party. Joe Biden doesn't want to go to New Hampshire. He doesn't want to participate in New Hampshire at all. He wants the process to start in the South and in Michigan and states where he did better. So what Phillips is trying to do here, it looks like to me, is with RFK Jr. out of the race on the Democratic side, there's going to be nobody on the ballot in New Hampshire. So he can go up there. Could he get some votes? Could he get some share? Could he go all in on New Hampshire? And if something were to happen to disrupt the Democratic nominating process, he would be a candidate, right? He might be a person who had a delegate, might have 2 delegates. And if you get to some crazy contested convention, then maybe that's a thing of some value. I think this is not just a quixotic. I don't think this is just a vanity project. It may be a vanity project.
Okay.
But I think it's more than that, because if you are an ambitious Democrat, you see that no one is willing to take on Joe Biden. They're leaving all of this on the table. Why not get in? Why not mix it up and see if you can do anything about it? And with RFK Jr. out of the Democratic Party, maybe you get lucky.
And he has to get in now.
Oh, it's got to happen right now.
Right, okay.
And he's not going to win outright, but, you pay your nickel and you take your chance.
Stirewalt breaks it down.
There you go.
There you go. All right, coming up.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.